君の言葉繰り返し寝ても覚めてもやまないそっけない君の笑顔が恋しくて星に願うのまた会えるよね
Hello, Chiatorinos, except it is, my music is too high. Hi! We are here with our lovely friends. Indian noble.
Oh, me.
In class, be good chat. No worries, Star. Have good class. Have good day. Thank you. Umka. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the lurk, Freeman. Goodness grief. Today's a chilly day. And Oka's losing her fucking voice, but here's hoping. I am also under.
Speak today.
We're trialing. I'm speaking every other point.
Oh no.
But it should be fine. You know what it also could be? It also could just be me wearing my voice from the amount of voice acting we've been doing. But it's okay, because Ace Attorney Investigations is allowing me to rest my voice so much more. So I'm doing nothing but pressing buttons during that game. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I will be better. I just need to get cough syrup later. Speaking of things that I need to drink so then I could feel better, I need to go get more water in a second. But before that, so let me see who I got again. So I had to have a list because I was scared out of my wits of if I was gonna get the people. So for TwitchCon, the meet and greet like signups happened earlier this morning. I had to wake up at 10, or I had to be up before 10 in order to ensure that I had it all sorted and set up. So I got into Iron Mouse, so I'm going to see Iron Mouse. I'm going to see K9 Kuro, which this is actually the second year I'm going to see him again. The first time I saw him, I showed him the 2.0 model before it debuted.
Oh
and
my
he thought it was pretty fucking cool. So I'm excited. I'm happy. And then I'm also going to see Shoto, which I wasn't expecting Shoto to be in this meet and greet at all, quite frankly. So that was a shock. But I'm like, hell yeah. I know, because Iron Mouse and Shoto are both my,
Oh, your Oshis?
I hate the term Oshi significantly. It's so, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like Oshi is such a hugely parasocial word. Even if it's not meant to be, it still feels like it, right? Because it gives me the whole idol-esque feeling, and I feel like it's like, okay, maybe we tone it down a little bit. They're streamers. Chill. Yeah. You know? She gives me, like, idol behavior, celebrity behavior, and I'm like, chill. Hold on, chill. Right? But yeah, they're the people that I look up to especially. Like, Iron Mouse and Shoto especially are people I look up to in regards to streaming and, like, content creation as a VTuber. So I'm happy to be able to get to them. On an additional note, I have gotten one half, because the other half is at the same exact time and you cannot double book yourself. I got one half of the Hermit Crafters, which I'm happy about because I actually wanted to meet a couple of the Minecraft beans. So I'm happy about that. So I got that. I also am going to see Kaide and Tens, who are 2 Valorant players. Pretty happy about that. And Pirate Software. Pretty fucking chill dude. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually see the. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the meeting or not, or the meet and greet or not, because it is very late on Sunday.
Yeah, so you'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Yeah, because I'm leaving Sunday night to come back home so I can sleep at home and then wake up in the morning, and if I am dead or alive, or sorry, if I am not dead, I will stream Ace Attorney with you guys that Monday back.
Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna do just chatting. Kind of depends on what happens here. But yeah, that's fine. So I got a bunch of meet and greeters. I am shocked I even got Iron Mouse. I fully expected the entire thing to explode. So
just kablooey.
No, literally, I thought the entire freaking app was going to actually be like severely dead. I'm not even joking. But Iron Mouse sold out within like 3 minutes. So like,
yeah. So you lucked out.
I lucked out big. Like
Holy
me,
shit.
like me and Freeman were refreshing the freaking app. It's a mobile app. It's not a PC app.
Oh,
It's a
God, that's
mobile
even
app.
worse.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's a horrible thing. I was fully prepared to go to TwitchCon at like 7 in the morning and run to the Vshoujo like booth in order for me to be able to get a ticket like I did last year. That's literally how we had to do. I appreciate the lurk. Thank you. Also, that's a 2 Nautilus. Don't do it. Just don't do it. How do you feel about being called someone as Oshi though? I think like the thing is, right, I feel like I'm undeserving of being called someone as Oshi, but I also think it's strictly because I feel like I'm too small of a creator for me to realistically be in that position. Again, I feel like the whole Oshi thing feels more like celebrity status, and even with certain streamers, like, there's pseudo celebrity status, but there's not like genuine celebrity status, if you know what I mean, right?
I feel like Iron Mouse is the only one that's actually a celebrity.
Yeah, Iron Mouse is, well, okay, but like, do you consider like Sea Dog and like,
I mean, she's like literally known in like governments. She's like hosted TED Talks and shit.
oh, okay, you know what? Fair enough. There's well,
that's why I consider her, like, there are normies who know about Iron Mouse.
that's fair. You know, actually, you're right, because what the fuck just happened recently? There's like the big streamers who just even like are in now the political stream like sphere.
Mm-hmm.
In a horrible example, because I cannot think of anything else right now. I remember, what is it, like XQC fucking met Donald Trump for fucking I don't
yeah.
know what reason.
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of like specific things, and especially because there's a lot of streamers that are being pulled into this what's it called, into the streaming sphere. That was almost a natural 20. That was almost
my
a natural
gosh.
20. That's unfortunate. That's a 15 though. That's pretty damn good, Nautilus. But I don't know. It's like there's a very high level that I feel like that's the point of like Oshi status. 99.9% of streamers are not at that level, and so I feel like it's weird. It's not that it's weird. It feels like odd to me. But then again, I think it's just that my personal definition of Oshi that is like kind of getting in that manner.
Yeah.
If you call me your Oshi, I'm not gonna care necessarily, but I also feel like I'm undeserving of that statement. Because I don't think I'm at a, quote, celebrity status point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then, because of that, it's like, is it parasocial? It kind of depends on how far you go with it. If you start collecting my socks or something like that, then I'm gonna have a problem, right?
God.
You're like,
That's where
that
the police come in.
that's where the police comes in, yeah. A lot of Hololive would absolutely be celeb status, actually. Because, like, oh my god, what? The girl who sung Stellar? Fuck, what was her name? She literally got into, like, what, like, idol, like shows, or, like, idol, like, performances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, where the fuck? Stellar. Suisse? Yeah.
Suisse.
Yes. Like, absolutely. There's a lot of very high level VTubers. I wouldn't even say streamers. VTubers who are insanely good singers, or like absolutely like government status kind of celebrities, but again, it's still,
I mean, like,
99.9.
Hololive specifically caters to creating the like idol VTuber stuff. Like, pretty much everybody who they hire can like sing and dance.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, also like the whole baseball stuff. Yeah, Nautilus. Yeah, literally the entire freaking
baseball, bro. And then they won. The Dodgers
Yeah,
won.
I know! They
when
won
Gura
after
was
Gura
first, and
sang.
and they're like so like superstitious. They're like, we have to buy Gura merch to make sure our team wins.
No, because they were the team was losing, and freaking Gura saying, "Take me out to the ball game," and then they fucking won. For those of you guys who don't know what happened, that's so
you could
funny.
easily find it. I know that was
Yeah,
on like
yeah.
my TikTok feed for so long.
It's so funny. it is so severely funny.
That is literally the best thing that could have happened to the VTubers.
Why
No,
didn't they
really?
do that at the ball game I went to recently? Come on, man.
Girl power. Yeah, no, like there's a lot, but yeah, look at it.
Although to be fair, my team won, so it wouldn't really matter. But
Like they like
I thought
the
would have been nice.
The VTubers would have absolutely been screwed had the Dodgers lost.
Oh yeah.
Because then the Dodgers would have blamed the VTubers on it. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because they
Bro.
were already losing and then they won
It's just
afterwards
made it
that it's
so
basically
worse.
solidified Gura's
They're
status.
They're literally like Gura's never gonna not make money
I
from
think
what is
at this
happening.
point she's ascended to like godhood
Mm.
yeah.
because of that.
Good for her, man.
Oh my god, Kira is also an idol before becoming a VTuber. Yeah, a lot of like a lot, if not a lot, pretty much all of Hololive are pretty much idol status. Like actually, yeah. I completely forgot about Hololive. Dusk would kill me if I didn't mention that.
How
but
could
yeah,
you say that?
I
Could you forget
see that's
Hololive?
that's the irony, right? I'm not really big into corporate VTubers. Like like I don't care. Like I will hear news about shit. Like for example, the whole Dodgers game, right? I've never watched a full stream of a single corporate VTuber, unless we go with probably like VShojo. Probably, but like VShojo barely is its own corporate VTuber like company because they do whatever the fuck they want. Really, they just have management
Yeah.
behind their back. They're not forced to do shit. So it's
Yeah,
hard
I
for me
mean,
to
one
even
of-
say that.
One of my Ochis was Corpo, but now they're indie. So living their best life.
Based.
Was it a Niji Sanji baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to see a trend with that.
To be fair, they were one of the
saying.
first. They were one of the first.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. I don't even need to know.
Yusan-
I know
Yusan,
Yusan
my
is so
Ochi.
good. Yusan
Yusan, my Oshi.
Yusan is, I wouldn't say Yusan is getting to the point. Actually, no, Yusan is at the point of celebrity status because of the amount of fucking sold out concerts. Holy shit!
I would
like,
kill to go to one of their concerts one day.
dude, I saw the light stick that they were selling for like their most recent.
So
It's
pretty.
so pretty. I was like,
If I
shit.
had the money, I would throw all of my money to get their merch. Holy shit.
Oh my! I was so tempted to put it on Throne. Like it was insane. It was so
It's
insane.
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. I do consider you one of my favorite VTubers. Thank you. I do appreciate the my community members who do care. Who do care for me. Like, sorry. I genuinely appreciate my wonderful community who does care for me. I just feel like I'm undeserving yet of like being idolized, if that makes sense, you know? But I will work hard to do that. I will work hard to get to that point. Especially with me trying to understand how the fuck I'm going to potentially live stream at TwitchCon. That's scary, but that's a temptation. We gotta be sure Oka doesn't stay awake more than 24 hours. Oh, trust me,
Oka,
I can't
that's
do it to
simple.
myself.
I found the solution. Just buy a furry mask.
There you go.
No.
Oh,
Solved.
No. Oh my god, hold on.
Hey,
I'm.
you can get a little
Furry-oka.
sunshoe head.
Oh, that would be so cute, actually.
Or you
No,
can
like
be
I don't.
Cowie and just stick a box on your head.
No, you know, the funny thing is, some people don't actually remember this. Well, actually, because it happened last year, so a lot of my community might not know this. I'm in a relatively popular streamer's TwitchCon vlog twice. And I'm like, face visible twice. They didn't name me, but in one of the scenes, they're like, gotta protect the VTuber Oshi, like, identity. And I'm like, then why the I mentally
Why are
thought,
you showing
why the
mine?
fuck? No. They wrote it so then they don't show the name because the other, like, they show a bunch of people that met them and they name them, right? And they do know my name. They remember me. But, like, they never wrote my name to protect my identity, but they never blocked out my face, and
Oh my
that
God.
made me go a little mental because I'm
It
like,
would have been better if they
huh?
blocked out your face but put your name.
No,
It would've been
literally, it actually would have done that so much, but I was like, hello. But then also, I showed up again. So technically, if they did it, and they definitely did not realize I was in, like, or I was in that, like, footage or something. If they had blocked out my face, kept my name, but I showed up the second time with my face uncovered, that probably could have connected the dots too. It's hard, but it's possible. So I don't know. But
if it makes you feel better, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Don't worry. I haven't shown the foot. I only recently showed the footage to someone, literally very recently. But it's okay. One, don't worry. I can never stay awake for more than 24 hours. I like sleeping.
Sleeping is one of my favorite hobbies.
We like to be EP.
We're EP girls for real. Girlfriends.
I can't be EP girl no more.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
so tragic. You're a corpo
know.
girl.
the corporal girly for real.
Cries.
It's
You
okay.
could be EP on the weekends.
I
For
could
real.
be. I'm usually EP on the weekends.
Oh my god. It's okay. You get to be EP.
Although I did a very good job this weekend. I cleaned out my car, and by cleaned I mean like Cloroxed, vacuumed, cleaned my windshield. I did
Nice.
that this previous weekend, so I did good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's good.
Good.
Oh my god. That's my secret captain. I'm always EP. For real! Exactly. we bossing with the EP-ness. Anyways.
For some reason at work, I always get like tired around 3 p.m.
Yes.
Specifically.
Yes. I
And
live
I'm like,
every time.
I'm like,
The-
hello.
There's a specific study about that, actually, I think. I think there's a
Huh.
study. Okay, so I think there's a study where, you know, the whole, like, you have to sleep for 8 hours because that's, like,
Yeah.
what your amount. For apparently, for at least, born as female. Is that the right term? No. I don't remember. AFAB, yeah.
Birth.
Yeah. Assigned female at birth. It, like, I think it is actually within our, like, bodies specifically that we're actually meant to be sleeping for 10 hours. Like, we're meant to be sleeping for 10 hours. So for us especially, we get really tired halfway, and that's why we take naps. Or that's why we feel like we need to take a nap, and that's why I sleep at 3 o'clock and wake up before stream. Because we're actually supposed to be sleeping for 10 hours or something like that.
Oh shit. Well,
I-
that
I-
explains why
I'm always sleeping for 10 hours minimum.
And Barry's like, that still doesn't help.
My ass will sleep for like 14 hours. We're like, could really go for a nap right about now.
Do you think you're at a point of, like, trying to recover from sleep deprivation, or do you think you're oversleeping, or do you think just sleep is just never enough kind of thing?
I think that just the sleep is never enough because I mean it's been several years now
Guess
that
what
I'm
that can be
basically
a
sleeping
sign
on my
of.
own schedule.
Guess what that could be a sign of?
What?
ADHD.
Yeah. Also, I think it is something to
Join
do with
the
ADHD.
gang.
Yeah. So there's something specific about, like, 3 p.m. naps. There's, like, a study about, like, 3 p.m. naps, but I haven't figured that out yet. I don't
Me
know.
about to Google.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna go get water real quick, chat. Okay, 1 second. BRB.
I sip
Be
my
herby.
coffee.
Question: does coffee make you sleepy?
Yeah, that's why I drink it.
Guess
Before I
what
go to
that's a sign of?
Is it
ADHD.
Well, my doctor, when I told him I thought I had ADHD, asked me how I did in school, and I said, "Oh, I did well. I was on like A, B honor roll." He was like, "Oh, then you don't have ADHD."
Yeah, no, that
And
was
then
my psychiatrist too, and then
And
I
then
kept.
I left the appointment. I went, "Wait, I flunked out of college. I forgot." Which I feel only adds to the situation.
But no, it's like that's what my psychiatrist and I thought for a while too. I saw this man for like 6 years, and it wasn't until I've been seeing him until 4, where he's like, you know, you say you're okay, but you're not 100%. Let's get you tested for ADHD. And then he was like, so turns out you have ADHD. And he's like, another thing, your blood tests say you are vitamin C deficient. You need to go outside. And I'm like,
No.
and at that time I was a full-time student, so I was like, I don't get to see the outside. My professors don't let me. So I would also check like your other. Well, I know you probably can't go out and get like a blood test. For me, actually, for getting tested with ADHD, it's usually required to have a blood test because they just want to make sure it's nothing, like you're not struggling with severe anemia.
I eat a lot of broccoli though.
Does broccoli help with anemia?
Broccoli has probably the highest amount of iron out of any vegetable.
Oh. Huh. I did not know that.
I love broccoli. It's my favorite.
It's like I like broccoli and green beans and corn.
I do like green beans and corn.
I like both corn, the vegetable, and the band.
I didn't get blood tested for my ADHD, but Ren, you don't live in the US. That's
Yeah,
like a US thing.
the US is different. It's healthcare. They want to make sure they're not giving random people microdoses of meth.
Yeah, because
That's also
ADHD meds
That's
are,
also
like,
a weird
hardcore
thing.
shit.
I got asked on because I went to my psychiatrist again recently. I'm not gonna say it outright, but it's like I got asked if I took a certain illegal substance for my ADHD, and I'm like,
I don't do
Huh?
drugs. I made that promise to Dare when I was 8, and I've upheld my oath ever since.
yeah, they're like, do you take this like specific illegal drug? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And they're like, do you take it? I'm like, no. I didn't know that was a thing I could take for ADHD. And I'm like, I don't think I want to know if it works or not. I'll just stick to my current prescription. Thank you.
Hello. Why'd you go so quiet?
Me?
Yeah, I said, is it speed? And then you just didn't answer.
I didn't hear you. You cut out.
Oh.
What is that?
Let me look up what it actually is.
Hi, you're gonna see how oblivious I am.
It's a amphetamine. Oh yeah. Speed is a type of amphetamine that's used in the treatment of ADHD, narcolepsy, and obesity. There you
What
go.
on earth
No.
are we talking about right now? I just...
We're talking
just-
about the weird question I got asked. It
Oh.
was this.
Basically, Oro's doctor, when diagnosing for ADHD, was like, "So do you take like?"
No, it
Oh,
was just the initial survey.
Yeah.
It was like for follow-up
Oh,
forms
gotcha.
because they're like, you know, we legally have to ask, do you take this substance? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
because they want to make sure. They want to make sure it won't like.
Yeah.
counteract
Well, no,
the-
I know,
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
everything I say to them is confidential, but also I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing.
I could believe it.
I don't know. I was like, what? I'm sorry.
What?
I thought they were gonna
Like,
ask
I'll-
about speed because I know speed basically for like the general population, it's supposed to be like, it makes your brain go faster. But for us, because our brains are already speedy,
Wait,
it
hold on.
chills us the fuck out.
Let me look up my prescription.
While you do that real quick, I'm going to just make the go live post that I should have done 30 minutes ago. Me always. Also, T is having their birth debut right now. If you guys want to go give them a little bit of love, go do that. Go do that.
Ooh.
Give them love. Why the fuck did it copy the wrong thing? Anyways. There we go.
Birth.
And then we'll start this, and we're gonna see how far we can go in 2.5 hours, which I think is we're gonna try. I think it's actually possible that we'll finish this by next week. Because how far we are, I think it's very much possible that we will get very far.
I believe.
The final trial of
I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking up the actual compound of my medication. I don't remember what you said, but then I got distracted because it's like chemical safety, corrosive, and I'm like, I was told about that in my consultation.
Corrosive.
oh dear God. Homies! Hi Brendan.
But
Hello,
also,
hello.
I know they're talking about concentrate most likely, or like high doses, not actual medical.
Yeah, it's not
Prescription
gonna
grade.
melt your insides taking it normally. Otherwise, they wouldn't prescribe it to you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I just saw that. I'm like, I was not told about this.
Oh my God. You know what I want to do? One day I want to do a LadyOka cosplay. Just walking around TwitchCon. I'd be fucking embarrassed as shit, but I would love to do that.
It'd be so cute.
I'd have to do it for the 3.0 model, not like the 2.0 design. But it'd be hella cute. I thought about it. I thought about it for this year, but it's just not feasible. Like, one, it's severely not feasible for me to even attempt
Aren't
to do
you
it.
leaving in like a week?
Yeah, either way. I'm leaving. No. I thought about this like a long while ago, right? Because I knew I was going to TwitchCon for since the start, like since last year already, right? I thought about it, but the thing is that with the 2.0 design, it is so insanely hard to like attempt to replicate, because it's not exactly like, I can't just buy the material, like I can't just buy the outfit and be like, thumbs up, right? I'd have to get it custom made, and I am in no way, shape, or form a cosplayer. I do not know how to sew. I do not know how to
sew. Is nice. Then you can make all the cute dresses you want.
Oh, that would be a dream. That would be such a dream. I would love that. But that's like that's a time commitment that I just simply don't have, and it's like time or money, right? It's like, am I gonna spend my time to learn it, or am I gonna spend my money to do it or to get it done? So I didn't do either. I just didn't want to. Either way, like again, the 2.0 design is horrendously difficult for me to attempt to do. And I won't lie, even just the idea, because I was thinking about this right now, or not right now. I was thinking about this morning. I kind of wanted to have, I wanted to buy elf ears, so then I could just put it like hiding like behind my hijab, right?
Yeah.
And just wear it during TwitchCon. But even that alone, not the idea of full cosplay, just even having that alone was enough for me to go, my siblings are going to horrendously judge me, and they are going to tell me I'm gonna look like an idiot and tell me never to do it again, and like I would feel uncomfortable doing it, you know?
Maybe if you pull it off subtly.
See, that's what I'm thinking,
Some really
right?
cute hijabi cosplayers, honestly.
I know.
Like,
Oh
the
my
ways
God.
they, like creatively
You-
do like the wigs with like their hijab.
Yes.
Is so cool.
I know, but okay. This isn't controversial. This is like an actual thing that is like been argued. Doing it like that and making it like mimic hair defeats the entire purpose of what the hijab is. I'm not gonna criticize them. They can do whatever the hell they want. I think they're gorgeous. I think they are so gorgeous. I would never be able to realistically do that, because that alone would get my siblings killing my ass. Probably.
Oh,
No, like they would absolutely just like stare me down going, what the fuck are you doing, right? But I also kind of agree with the idea that like I wouldn't personally do it myself, because I don't think it's like good to necessarily do it, because again, it's like if you're making it into like hair for cosplay purposes, I understand it's cute,
Yeah.
but if you're making it replicate hair, then what's the point of covering your hair, right? Because you're essentially, it's like the attraction of creating like, you know, hair and waves and stuff, which is the whole purpose that you're trying to hide. But anyways, outside of that like argument, either way, I do want to do it, and I saw like a design that I possibly would love to do. It's just kind of like the embarrassment of it. It's like the normie versus weeb kind of like mentality, right? where it's like, oh, I could do this, which I think is pretty cool, but because like from a normie's perspective, they're gonna look at me and go, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to have fun. You know?
Sometimes you must embrace your cringe. Because at the end of the day, we're all cringe. Even normies have cringe.
See, I would agree to that. And then I remembered, did you guys see what happened at like the last, I don't know what happened, like some like big anime convention, I think, recently. There was a cosplayer
I think
in
I know
a
where this is
jar.
going.
Do you know about the My Little Pony cosplayer?
I'm well aware
Oh, I
of
heard about a
the
different
jar. Oh, I didn't know about
cosplayer.
I didn't know about the cosplayer in the jar though, but I did know about the origins of that cosplay.
Oh no, I know the origins too.
I know the origins of it. I'm saying someone cosplayed as like a My Little Pony like character. I think it's like Rainbow Dash. I'm fairly certain.
Mhm,
And they-
that's the
That's the
original.
one I heard about in our group chat.
I had not heard that actually. But then again, I'm not surprised about that in any capacity. I'm not surprised about that in any
Yeah,
capacity.
I'm not surprised either, but
I'm not
everybody's
surprised
like,
either.
everybody took photos of this dude because of it, and they're like, so this dude knows it's gonna be dug up during his background search, right?
Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
If I
They're
think
just
I
like,
could-
what was going through your head when you did that? Well, no, and it got worse.
If I just type this in, how bad is this gonna fucking be for me? You know, it's not that bad. I typed in My Little Pony cosplay on just Twitter, and it's not the worst things I'm seeing right now, but it's not the things I'm looking for. If I type, yeah, because I didn't want to type in jar, and it's gonna give me so much concern. Yeah, but no. This person, I'm not gonna be able to find the image. I might be able to find it on my TikTok if I like look through it while we're playing. But like, essentially, and I'm gonna keep this short because we should probably start. Essentially, what happened is this cosplayer is in like this plastic containment, and I don't know what is in that damn jar, but thank God it wasn't what it would have originally been, right? But they're in there, and I, like, dude, they look like they're fucking traumatized because I don't know what the fuck is in that. Like, I don't know what is in there, but it's something. And it looks closer to being, honestly, like, probably throw up than anything in there. I don't know what it is, but I just literally. If I find it, I will show it to you guys, or I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, yeah, it's not fun. Those cosplayers are fucking wild. But yeah, I don't know. I want to do something a little like that for TwitchCon, but I'm not too sure. Probably won't do it. And then here's me remembering, I don't have anything planned for TwitchCon, like, outfit-wise. Oopsies.
You gotta start prepping your fit check.
Yeah. Me shaking my head. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. But anyways, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I think this cough drop has been helping me a little bit. It's not helping when I'm talking, but it's helping when I'm not. I will find this for you. Oh. Remy! Ready? Oh my god, Remy, thank you so much for the resub at tier 3. Thank you. We are, I think, 1 out of 5 for the Plus program. Let's go, Remy. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed your ad reviewing your emotes and actually being in the tier 3 sub channel now. There's a lot of random conversations happening in there. Or I was able to see that too. I just remember. It was the original pet channel. It used to be just like where all the cat pictures were.
Oh my gosh.
That was the incentive.
Reclaim.
If you want to see all the cute cat pictures and post cat pictures, you had to be tier 3. What the heck?
shit.
Monitor. Why are you not turning on? Stop turning off. Brother. Boom.
It's EP like us.
I can't afford 3 months of tier 3. Please forgive me. You are perfectly fine, Remy. I genuinely appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support regardless, okay? Thank you. If we can even reach 1 month, I'll be happy. We will see how far we can go. But for the time being, we are gonna try to go through this once again where there is no save points. So I'm going to have to keep an eye mentally on where our saves are, because you saw it. We had no saving in any of these.
Yeah. They just said good luck.
It's balls to the wall.
Literally. So, okay. 3rd of November, 12:10 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
He's standing so cuntily.
It's so quiet. Oh, never mind. It's because my volume was down. I'm so fucking stupid. I was like, God damn, there's no audience or what? And then
It's
And
like,
then you-
man, it's so quiet here. Meanwhile, all he's hearing is the tinnitus in his ears.
Oh my god. It's so funny. Kazuma Asogi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie. But still, there's no doubt that I just received a care package. Thank you for the care package.
Oh my god, Ryunosuke received a care package from whom?
From my husband. That you're hiding something back. You know more than you're saying.
During the past 30 minutes while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended.
I found it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained.
You found him? Your Honor, this little rabbit has found him. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. Oh no.
I heard the gasp.
Oh no, the rainbow dash. Ew.
It is the most cursed cosplay I've seen.
I could see possibly both sides of the coins if the creator hasn't explicitly said that it was a Rainbow Dash jar cosplay.
No, it's pretty clearly a rainbow jet.
No,
Rainbow Dash
it is
cosplay.
like if you see the full cosplay, it 1000% is the jar.
100%. There's no other
'cause
way
I
to
was about
interpret
to
it.
say, there's like this whole thing called the Rainbow Factory.
Hold on. This has the full like
and that
image, I
could
think.
have been a reference to it.
The Rainbow Factory?
Oh god, am I gonna have to get... That was like the most edgiest thing when I was in middle school.
No, it absolutely is the jar. Like that, it is at the jar. Anyways, Van Deeks. Bonk.
TikTok won't let me view it right now, so...
It's okay.
There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Objection. No, the trial cannot end now.
You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword.
Shut
Joke's on you! I don't
Joke's
have
on
one.
you.
Joke's on you, you took my sword.
Oh god, this was posted in 2012.
You know, this song gives me such big Undertale vibes, actually. Because it's like the finale kind of. Like, oh,
I can see it.
I fucking love this song of all is so good. So good.
I think I remember talking to you, Derry, about this.
Oh god.
But like, This was the thing people would send to you in order to scare you in middle school because ugh.
No, I remember the cupcakes thing.
Yeah, well, this is along the same lines as the cupcakes. Not by the same person, but same themes.
I will look at that later. Sweat.
And that's about as far as I got into the MLP fandom because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" and turned away.
I love this game's use of brass. Yes, it's so good. And you should know never to presume when the battle is won.
The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all the relevant testimony.
Hi, Frosty.
And there can only be one conclusion, that the accused is guilty.
All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness from whom the court is yet to hear a single word of testimony.
It's Harley. In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel.
No, it's Judge Jikoku. Oh.
We've
heard
I didn't know if
sure.
Judge Jikoku arrived or not because they said they couldn't find him.
I mean, Hurley would. Oh no, because they don't know that by this point they've already captured him.
Mm-hmm.
So Hurley wouldn't also be in this position. Like they wouldn't know Hurley's even like possible present or presently possible for this. I need to have the game details in
They're
my
just
phone
gonna
right
be like, who do you summon to the stand? It's like, Judge Jikoku, how are you gonna give him your witchcraft? And he walks through the door and they're like, holy shit!
now. You're a witch. The Japanese is witch. Oh my god. Yes. Also, thank you for the daily leaf, the care package, the social media check. Hello, lovelies. Thank you, thank you. Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible. The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Oh, actually, this is directly after they had done this whole capturing situation. This is actually the end of the last part. Whoopsies.
Who on earth is this crucial witness?
Sashiro Jikoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper.
Judge Jikoku, you found him!
Bonk, bonk,
Please
bonk.
stop. Please stop. I hate that sound.
But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jikoku is already dead.
Do you hate the sound because it's loud or because it's like a striking fear kind of?
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Ooh, oh, I'm so sorry.
That's how it feels to me, and I'm like, please stop. Don't stop. Put the gavel down, pick up the judge's gavel, and use that.
That's
Please
fair.
and thank you.
You know, that's the first time I've actually heard that kind of like statement. I know it's sharp, but I didn't expect it to be like that kind of sharp for some people, you know? Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like, my mom also has like one of the electric lighters, and whenever she uses it, it like makes the high pitched buzzing sound, and it like drives my sister and I up the wall, and it like hurts. And my mom, of course, since she's older, she doesn't have that good of hearing, so she's like, what? There's, it's not making a sound. And we're like, yes, it is.
It is.
Maybe it's because I was a percussionist, but like when I hear that noise, I just think of,
I was a percussionist too.
Then that's okay. Then that's very interesting. I don't know. I don't care enough about the noise, honestly.
Don't use my PE credit against me.
You
I
and
was
me,
in choir.
Dwomas. Did you have to? Were you forced to take choir by chance? Because I was forced to take choir and band in our elementary school.
I wasn't forced to take it. I had been in choir.
I
since,
volunteered
middle
for
school.
elementary school choir, but that was only
Yeah.
for 2 years, and that was because we went on free, field trips and shit. And we'd sing, and then we'd spend the rest of the day at Six Flags.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because I was always wondering whether like schools, especially like in other states, if they force you to essentially do certain extracurricular activities,
Well,
or
they,
like a,
they tell you you have to do at least 1 credit of music, so you could be in or like arts basically. So you could be in theater, you could be in band, or you could be in choir, or you could be in like art class.
The way it worked at my high school, band both counted for my arts and for my PE credit, and I was in the pit.
I
So
meant
I
more
got
for
my PE credit for just standing there.
I meant more for elementary school.
Oh, for
I was-
elementary
I wa-
school. Elementary school, they did make you take a music class. It was just a general music
it was.
class.
Yeah,
They
Ah.
teach you how to
Ah.
play
I
like the
remember we
recorder
had like
and
one of those
sing.
like color grid rugs that like everybody'd have their assigned square and they'd sit in it, and then like once every like 6 months or whatever, half the year, we would watch Anna music, and I fucking love that shit. And I know
That's-
there's a guy on YouTube that's like who's devoted to reconstructing Anna music to be like high quality. And he's like, maybe in the future I'll even make my own Anna music. And I'm like, yes, yes.
Also, hi, Mr. Dark. Hello. Was in choir, goodness, 4th to 10th. Ah, I remember being in choir in 4th grade because I was forced to. Horrible singer. But then I was in band for 5th, and then I was in band from like more or less 5th to high school for a while. So I don't know.
Yeah. In elementary school, it was just like a general music class. So they teach you like the basics of like the
Yeah,
scales.
did you play
and-
recorders in yours?
Yeah, hot
Yeah.
cross buns.
Hot cross.
Not cross, but I'm pretty sure my parents fucking hated it. when
Yes.
they're like,
That is
"We're
the
getting to
only thing I
recorder
know how to
section."
play on an instrument is hot cross buns. That's the only one I learned. Because after that I went into choir, so I didn't actually learn an instrument. I just learned choir stuff.
Yeah, no, I took like a general music class elementary school. Middle school is when I got into percussion.
Yeah,
and then
middle
I
school is when I
played
got into choir.
I played in band for 5 years, so that was until my sophomore year of high school, and then my band was low-key kind of a cult. And I was also
I think everybody's was.
I was well. The thing is like I was also involved in the architecture program of my career and technical education center, and literally, like the upperclassmen in my percussion class was like, it's either percussion or architecture. And I'm like, all right, see ya. And then they're like, wait, no, you're not seriously leaving. And I'm like, yeah, I am. You gave me an ultimatum and I made a choice. And then for the rest of the time I was in high school, they blamed me for the pit going south.
That's a them
I'm
issue,
like-
not a your issue.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not my problem. Well, because it's like I went from I played fucking bells my first year in high school. I was like the lowest. I wasn't the lowest chair. The lowest chair got the rack, which was like all the miscellaneous that you would need in like the show.
See, we didn't have chairs in choir. It was just if you were good enough, you got picked for a solo.
Yeah, no, it's like the way my marching band work is we did a playing test. So first you were sectioned off to what you wanted to play. Did you want to play bass? Did you want to play tenors? Did you want to play snare drums? Or did you want to play in the pit? If you played in the pit, you'd have to do a playing test on a marimba. Oh, and I guess there was a piano guy, but you had to know how to play piano to do that. But you do a playing test, and then the teacher would rank you, and if you were a first chair, you'd get your first pick. And then so on and so forth. So I was like at the bottom of the list. And then my second year, I jumped to second chair. So, and then I was like, all right, I basically had all the experience of high school band in 2 years. I quit. They told me to choose between band and architecture, so I went with something that would get me a job.
Damn.
And they were upset that they gave me an ultimatum and I went with the thing that will get me a job.
No, yeah, for choir, it's a lot different. They would basically, I mean, they'd have you sing a piece so they could understand, like, what your vocal range was. So then they'd assign you based off of, like, your vocal range. Like, I was a soprano, too. I was, like, a mezzo-soprano. And then you'd have, like, your upper sopranos, you'd have your altos, tenors, bass, all that good stuff. And then if you were good enough, then you would be assigned like any solos that were in the actual pieces. But for the most part, everybody, your whole point was that you were just supposed to try to blend in and not be noticed.
I don't get why people gave ultimatums if they can't handle the outcome, because they're trying to see if you'll call their bluff kind of situation.
Yeah, they're just like, you wouldn't, and also again, it was kind of like a cult. They're like, you wouldn't leave us, right? And I'm like, psych, I would. See ya. And they're like, wait, no. And I'm like, it's funny because another guy in the same architecture class as we went to the same school too, and he played trumpet. His section gave him the ultimatum too. Damn. And he was like, okay, bye. And we're both just like, hey, we can. You know what's also hilarious? It was just the upperclassmen who had the problem. Everybody who was like my grade, or since I was a sophomore, anybody who was sophomore or freshman, they didn't have a problem with it. They still let me into the percussion room and I hung out with them. They didn't fucking care. It was the upperclassmen.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but again, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, to be fair, for us, choir was definitely more like the more open of the two between like band and choir. Choir was for the people who, one, couldn't afford an instrument, because they would provide you like they had like rental dresses and like suits for the guys too to wear for like the concerts. So all you needed was like a good pair of black shoes.
Yeah.
And then so it was definitely like the cheaper option.
Yeah.
And then because you weren't also like ranked by, you know, yeah, the choir dresses, dude, and they gave us like these fake ass pearls that we had to wear too.
Oh god, I think I remember seeing some choir kids wear that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The thing, it's like,
it was like the more like economical choice for those who couldn't afford, because like my little brother was in band, so he was paying for his instrument rental.
oh yeah. It gets expensive. Well, I know with percussion for us, the school basically had all the instruments. The practice room was unlocked early for us so we could go in and practice. We just had to buy mallets and drumsticks.
Oh no, yeah,
practice
you had to rent your own instrument. So for my little brother, it was definitely like more expensive. He played alto saxophone.
Oh.
So then he would also have to buy his own reeds too. And then
yeah,
also rent
reeds
the
are
instrument.
expensive. I heard reeds are very expensive.
So he did that, and then I was in choir. So, and my dress was basically covered by like the school fee for like rental, because I was just renting it and then I'd give it back as long as I didn't like destroy the dress or whatever.
Like, what are you gonna do? Late night gallivanting in the dress? I saw how.
I mean,
tacky
they literally only like give it to you when you arrive at the school. So like there'd be concerts, they give you the dress when you arrive at the school for you to change into.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you change out of it when you leave.
I know, like, during the concert season, when marching season was over, I mean, they would have... all the band had to wear, like, the dresses and the tuxes, except for percussion, because we'd have to run around so much in the back trying to play everything. It's like, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna bother you with that, just wear, like, slacks and a black button-up. And, like, black shoes. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah. When is TwitchCon, Oka?
Next week.
Oh.
It's next what is it? Next Friday. But I won't be able to even stream on Thursday because I literally am gonna drive to San Diego, get my badge, and drive back home.
Let's go.
It's not gonna be a fun time doing that, but
You gotta get yourself something tasty to treat yourself. Get yourself like a pumpkin spice latte or ice cream.
for the drive or at TwitchCon itself?
On the drive back, like wouldn't you grab it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Grab yourself a little treat and then.
I should, but me and my brother are gonna hope to God we're gonna be able to beat traffic. That's my problem. So like I don't know. My brother wants to go later in the evening, but the problem is that we're just gonna be hit with traffic so badly, regardless of when we go, unless we go early in the morning. So I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna go, but hopefully. You better hurry up on those elf ears. I don't think I'm gonna get them, honestly. I keep hard debating over it, and I'm like, even if I were to do that, even if I were to like want to do it, the price for it, and the when they would show up would be horrendously awful. It's like way too long.
No.
It's or like at this point it is very late for me to even attempt to do it, so it wouldn't be worth it for my but it's okay. I don't even know how to style my hijab to even be able to do this in the first place, so I'm all good, Chief. One day I'll do it. Today is not the day. I don't know if I mentioned, but the clown.
You can just prep for next time.
Yeah, exactly. I'll prep for the full cosplay next time. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the clown emote is my new favorite. I'm not surprised. A lot of people like it. It's very funny. Anyways, let's continue because we are still actually in the investigation. We're literally still in the investigation portion. Actually,
We got a little sidetrack.
Teehee, oopsies. Reread this line.
But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead.
No, he's not. He isn't dead.
We found him already.
Yeah.
How in the name of God did you find the man?
Stop standing as if you're trying to say that you are. Oh my goodness. He was located in France during the recess at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Holmes's, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I'll say it for the sake of this, famous deductions. He deserves his title being said here.
Sherlock Holmes.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your meddling Sherlock Holmes.
And that dumb bear looks at Barris.
It looks at her. It's either that or I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna refrain from saying it.
I just put everything away. Now I gotta make dinner. Get good yum star. Just a little. There's many conspiracies yet to unravel. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Professor Asogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man.
I'm sorry, did you say Professor Asogi?
Did I say Professor Asogi?
You did. But also the professor.
The professor?
To be fair,
Professor
Asogi is also a character. He's dead now.
True. He's his dad.
Teehee, oopsies.
You're good. Don't worry.
Which means that Sesshomaru Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st of October. Bonk.
Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point.
The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered.
Man, all these guys are just going ...
In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. No objections from either side.
No, my lord.
No objections, my lord.
We live to fight another day by the skin of our teeth.
Low-key, I thought he was gonna say we live in a society.
We live in a society. So when does Moriarty appear? Never. This isn't that kind of Sherlock Holmes. The only
my
to be
God.
I told you, we still had this portion of the investigations I completely forgot about, which was this part of it. But we would have actually spent like an additional what 10-15 minutes doing this part if we continued yesterday. So I wanted to get you guys wrapped up and out.
Or like an hour if we got sidetracked like we
Yeah,
did today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the unexpected halt to proceedings sent a clamor around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Holmes and his partner returned to Baker Street. We're still not gonna get to the trial just yet.
Oh my
Damn,
god, the
bro.
food?
Oh my god, the
Yum
food?
yum.
It looks so yummy.
We do have a guest, of course. We have what's it called? Mr. Holmes' partner. Potentially my dad, question mark, Ira says.
Question.
The 3rd of November, 8:07 p.m. Holmes' suite. This is the final time we get to have a relaxing moment in this damn game.
We have returned, my dear fellow.
Welcome back to Britain. And thank you for your timely help. Oh yeah, they had to go on a boat the entire time.
Think nothing of it. I believe you've had an even more wearing day than Mikatoba and I know.
I know, just want to refer it because the professor is kind of wink wink nudge nudge nod to him. Ah, you know what? Actually, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Wink wink nudge nudge nod nod. Shake heads, no. Gay dads are back, gay dads are back. You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier.
So this prosecutor, Asogi, had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say?
Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, it's incredible. To think that he'd even entertained the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin.
Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me.
Hello?
Not right now.
After all, I've only ever met the young man as a corpse. Damn,
Okay!
that's crazy, bro.
When all this started, almost a year ago now. Mr. Holmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie.
Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France.
Well, it is another country, Mr. Holmes. So, what news of Judge Jikoku?
We took him to Scotland Yard. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man.
Howie, thank you for the daily leaf, by the way. Poor Professor Mikatoba. This must be quite a shock for him.
Ah, yes. I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home.
What is it?
Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday. You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well.
Oof.
Oh, you've had a reply already? What was so urgent though, Mr. Holmes?
Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present.
That's good news, because supper is ready, everyone.
Ah, and what a feast it is! If I were none the wiser, I'd think the trial were already won. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding.
It will be a very long day, so eat up.
In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. This place appears to be the only one set with the helping of pheasant as well.
Oh, sorry, Hurley, not there.
Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening?
In that place, it's for Susie's daddy. And possibly mine.
Sweats.
For me.
That's right. I made especially for you, Professor Mickey.
Oh. Don't let the mouse hear it.
Oh shit.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm surprised they had problems with Holmes and Sherlock and not that.
Because Mickey as a name in itself
Yeah.
is like, it's a name they
It's
can't.
very hard to copyright just a singular name.
If they
like
said
that.
Mickey Mouse, that's a different story.
Yeah. I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you.
I tuned back in when food was mentioned. Of course you did, Cowie.
So real.
It's a shame, really.
What do you mean?
Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half-sisters, I mean.
Oh my god!
Iris is smart. I mean, she's gonna connect the dots if that were the case. Oh!
Huh? Huh?
Huh? But a different register. Iris, do you mean?
Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened in the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left.
Oh, Iris.
Iris, baby.
What? What?
Wasn't it that Holmes pulled her away? The misunderstanding arose because of the autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikatoba are Iris's father. So how do you guys feel about that?
Ew. Crazy
I mean,
to
good
think
for
about.
her, I guess. She's making a name for herself.
Yes, about that, Iris. You know, I
know. You can't tell me at the moment.
Oh, Iris.
The peasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping.
Oh, no, that's quite alright.
Nautilus, you did not just write that. I'm sorry, I just read that. Nautilus wrote, Iris, back to orphan.
No.
Nautilus, no.
Then why don't I get any apologetic pheasants?
What the fuck? So, just who is Iris's father? You want to take a guess? Give your wildest guess.
Strong heart.
I'm gonna say it's actually Sherlock. Sherlock fucked once. Right when Mikatoba left, he felt lonely. He felt so unbearably and painfully lonely.
I was about to say, and it wasn't
that he actually slept with a woman to fill the hole in his heart that Mikatoba left when he returned back to Japan, and therefore that's his child, but he doesn't want to admit it to her because he wants her to have a better father figure in her life, so he pretends that her father is actually somebody else.
See, I would love this theory if it wasn't for the fact that Iris would be 9 then.
How old is she?
She's 10. She is exactly 10.
Well,
so,
I mean, literally the day that he leaves is like that night he, then
that he got. Well, okay. This is a stupid argument. If Iris gets made, then it's still 9 months of labor and then some. She'd be 9. Unless it's like a very small,
Well, he was here and he.
I think the theory that it's Mikatoba and Holmes' child still stands, but it's an MPreg,
Yeah.
Hilarious Holmes is like, how come Mikatoba gets an apology pheasant and I don't? Yeah, that's Holmes. He just wants pheasant. He's like, food? Real food? And he can't even get any. Burbed. I wonder if Ryunosuke has parents. Clearly not if they don't care that he fucking went to London as a stowaway. I suppose that's not something we'll find out today. But do you think we'll ever find out?
So then, let us dine, while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot. A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious.
As much as you like. There are always seconds.
This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About the telegram from Japan and about Kazuma. I can't let this opportunity slip away! We got a little bit of conversation to do. And we get to see a little bit of relaxation in the house. Look at Holmes.
Oh my god. Look at him.
I'm just
He even got his jacket off too. But why the fuck is he wearing shoes on the sofa, bro?
I thought that
He's
was
just
his socks.
unhinged.
I won't lie, I literally looked at that and I was like, his socks, not his shoes.
No, those are his shoes. You can see by those heels.
Heels, yeah.
Shocks.
The
Shoes and socks.
Oh, get your dirty ass feet off the couch, bro.
Mr. Holmes, what are you doing with your shoes on the couch?
Surely it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Mikatoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, I felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes.
Oh.
Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant specially for Susie's daddy.
Even though I've played the role of father to you for far longer.
Mr. Holmes, could I discuss some things with you?
Certainly, my dear fellow. I find myself quite in the mood for a spell of conversation. No doubt, you're hungry to learn more about my deep love of game.
I can probably contain my curiosity on that one. Okay, Dad's
What
fighting
about
on
my
who is the
deep
better
love
dad.
of Mikatoba?
Oh my god, I don't need
You
that.
needn't look at me in that fashion.
In what fashion?
It seems that before we discuss the pheasant, we have some rather unpheasant matters to discuss.
He's so stupid. The telegram from Japan. So, what was in the telegram you received back from Japan then?
Ah, this? I thank my lucky stars it arrived in time. Record found as indicated. Duplicate follows. K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson.
What? Those 4 names. We've come across this exact same list before. They came up in that unforgettable case last spring. 8 months ago? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago. What happened to be a simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be masked monumental intrigue. I was trying to sneeze that entire time I was saying that. A plot that involved the sale of British governmental secrets to foreign states. In exposing the means by which those secrets were being leaked, we deciphered a fragment of a messenger, or of a message. Which was that in particular. K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Watson. We didn't find the names out until the case was over, and we never did get to the bottom of what they meant. All we knew was that the information had been sent by someone in the British government to somebody in Japan. So why are the names coming up again now? Yes. Where did the sender of your telegram discover them, Mr. Holmes?
I have here the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Jigoku's office undetected and investigate telegram records. Expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago. List of 4 names. Need by tomorrow. Naruhodo.
You bitch. You put it under my name?
I sent it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine operations of this nature.
You asked Inspector Hosonaga to undertake such an onerous task for you.
My boy!
With the turtle hat too. And
Yes!
in my name? I wonder what guise he opted for this time. Oh, the disguise.
My dear fellows, it was a matter of great urgency, you understand. Anyway, the list of names was found in Seishiro's office, as Sholmes predicted.
So you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was... It was sent to Judge Jikoku. He was the intended recipient. I don't believe it. But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies.
I did formulate a hypothesis about that. But without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it.
Why wouldn't he burned it off after almost a year, though? I mean, realistically, he hasn't been caught with this kind of... One, he's, like, the ambassador. There's no way he can, like... If he was there, that people could sneak in. So he probably thought it was pretty fucking secure. But also, too, he probably thought he was safe and sound, that nobody was gonna detect it.
Yeah,
you
nobody
know?
was gonna think to search in the first place.
Yeah.
Because why would they?
he's also, yeah, in a high enough position that, like, he could protect it himself when he's in Japan. And then he just didn't care because who the fuck's gonna go into his office looking for that specific file, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes.
They would have to already know what they were looking for in order to
Yeah,
find
and
it.
for all they know, that list of names could have been, like, oh yeah, I need to contact these people.
Mm-hmm. Looks deadly serious for once. Telegram from Japan has been entered into the court record. Kazuma's death. Thank you for the lurk, by the way, Nautilus. Carl, welcome in. The tragedy we had to go through on the SS Bureau. It was all for nothing. Kazuma wasn't dead at all. I went through hell learning about law because of him. We were completely taken in by the lie you told us. Your great detective's lie.
I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time, all that concerned me was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the cost.
What?
I capitalized on the events that transpired to see that he was sent back to Japan.
And that's why Holmes was in Japan. His remains, you mean?
Precisely, Miss Suzuto. And then, I made sure that somebody else was sent to Britain in his stead.
Oh my, you mean...
The arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill in place originally intended for Mr. Asogi, I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on our shores for several years at least.
Wait, do you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you...
Think back, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue the voyage to England?
You got our
The terms
boy.
of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death. I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
Da.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer and the study tour can continue, surely, early.
Hurley.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Holmes. Holmes. We know of no other lawyer.
The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
So you manipulated me?
I like to call it girl boss. I've often remarked on the extraordinary lengths to which friendship will drive a man.
My headphones must be broken. I hear echo. You're fine. It was the flashback. It's called girl bossing. It's fucking crazy.
I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend.
Effect. I don't believe it. But if it was all contrived? I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. A woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her?
Naturally, I didn't allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. I subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refuge she sought.
So yeah, his actions didn't allow for someone to get, like, you know, thrown into jail. The young girl, the young Russian girl.
He ended up helping her.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
I seem to remember Miss Suzuto and I had some rather strong words for her too.
Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure.
I wonder if she made it to America then. I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Why would you go to such lengths, Mr. Holmes? Why were you so determined to stop Kazuma-sama from reaching Britain?
The truth is, 12 months ago, there was already a very tangible omen of the impending tragedy, you see.
Oh!
An omen that, at this very moment in time, is close at hand.
Huh? So what did the Russians do with Asogi's unconscious body? Put it in the morgue for a while? The quote,
And
the
then
morgue of
he
the
woke
boat?
up and walked out.
Yeah, and then he
snuck
woke
out.
up and he left, so they didn't do shit. An omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago is close at hand. We need to find out exactly what Mr. Holmes knows. Duplicate follows this. Hosonaga said it. There was no room for doubt with your instructions in this telegram, Mr. Holmes. You were very clear that it was Judge Jikoku's office that should be searched. So, you obviously knew that's where the list of names would be found. Kei Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Watson. We only learned of those 4 names just over 6 months ago now. And only because they appeared as part of a top secret government communications that was leaked. That were leaked. Oops.
That's true, yes. But at the time, you were unaware of the background. You see, those 4 names were wired to Japan. Around 6 months before that. Approximately this time last year, in fact. When you were both still in Japan.
Huh?
It really would be hypocrisy on my part to reprove others for intercepting state secrets. Because after all, I'm perpetually eavesdropping on communications between the British and Japanese governments.
You're perpetually doing what? How?
Holmes.
Never mind the details, but you should know.
Let's go, government secrets!
No secret is safe from Herlock Sholmes when he has designs on knowing it.
Oh my, Mr. Holmes, what a famous line! No, let's... Okay.
Now, 1 month after the list of 4 names was wired to the recipient Jigoku in Japan, Dr. John H. Wilson was murdered.
Ah.
As soon as I learned of the incident, a hypothesis rapidly took shape in my mind. As it turns out, I was partially correct and partially mistaken. Nevertheless, it was the beginning of all the tragic events that were to follow.
Mr. Holmes, please. Tell us all you know. Tell us about these 4 names and the tragedy to which they're all somehow connected.
No.
Yes.
No.
As I said, when I learned of Dr. Wilson's murder in Japan, my mind immediately turned to those 4 names. Because you see, there was someone else on the list who I believed to be recently deceased.
What? Who?
A Shin, as it was just transcribed in the Japanese script. In actual fact, Miss Asa Shin. That was a familiar name to me. She was a professional killer, well known among London's unsavory classes.
Yes, I hope so.
Oh, I see.
But she had completely vanished from existence several months before Wilson's murder. So I came to the logical conclusion that she had herself been killed. And accordingly, I became fearful for the lives of the remaining 2 persons on the list. Oh, so we had the same thought I did, that everybody on that list was gonna be killed. And it was
Yes.
basically a hit list for everyone. That's what I thought too when I first saw it.
Yep. Ah, Kea Asogi and T. Gregson. But then again, when this list came out and we thought about this, Asogi was dead.
Yeah. Owing to our proximity, I decided to take measures to protect Gregson myself. But I determined it would be safest if young Asogi were to stay away from Britain.
So that's why you went to such lengths to prevent his study tour from going ahead.
Exactly.
So, you already knew who Kazuma was, Kazuma-sama was, Mr. Holmes.
Oh yes, Sholmes and I have exchanged correspondence for years. I'd recounted many tales about Asogi to him in my letters. And the news of Dr. Wilson's death, of course.
Hi, Ivy! I love the Great Ace Attorney. We love it too. Welcome in, welcome in.
So good.
It's so good. As a reminder for chat, especially for those of you guys who are coming in who are new, I know the entire game. Indy and Oro do not. Go give them lots of love and appreciation. They're the ones who are doing the thinky donkeys right now.
Dinky donkey.
Holmes is a good plan. Crazy.
So, Dr. Wilson is dead then?
Yeah, this is the first time she's hearing about this now.
Oh. Oh no,
I didn't know.
We tried so hard to keep it from you.
Shit!
I tried so hard and lost it all.
But in the end, doesn't
I know.
even matter.
I know he wasn't my daddy, but still, that's very sad.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Iris. We knew the significance of the name, obviously, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to tell you.
No.
But what you just told us, Mr. Holmes, doesn't completely tie in with the facts. There's one big hole in your hypothesis. A huge hole, or a big hole, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh yes, you mean about Asa Shin, I presume.
Oh, of course. Exactly. She wasn't killed, was she? She was in Japan, posing as a visiting student under the assumed name of Giselle Brett.
I'm glad you're keeping up, my dear fellow. But I only became aware of the fact 2 days ago in the foyer of the Great Waterloo Hotel.
When we talked about it. Ah.
And upon hearing that startling revelation, the hypothesis that I'd formed surrounding those 4 names was completely turned topsy.
What? Topsy? Turvy? Topsy hypothesis. What do you mean when you say your hypothesis was turned topsy, Mr. Holmes?
I had believed all 4 names on the list to be of victims. However, I was mistaken. Very much so. Asashin was a killer. So this telegram is a list of both victims and killers, is it?
Oh.
Indeed. And it would seem that Miss Shin was dispatched from Britain with the sole intention of dispatching Dr. Wilson.
Also, Mr. Darks, thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Welcome in, darling. Thank you. I'm also a fellow SRU shipper. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Agreed. I played both the 3DS until Case 3 of the Great Ace Attorney 2 because of fan translation only reaching there. I guess because the official translation was announced back then, so I bought the collection to finish it. Shame some DLC content wasn't included in the collection. If I remember correctly, you're right. Yes, I think you're right. The fan translation only got to, I think, only Game 1 and a portion of Game 2 before the official one was announced. I think you're right about that, actually. Dude, it's been so long. Oh my god.
Her visiting student status being a merely a front.
Ah. Which would, of course, explain why no motive could be determined for her actions. So the real reason Dr. Watson was killed by Asashin is because he was a target of assassination.
And forearmed with that knowledge, fresh consideration of this telegram puts a list in a very different perspective.
What do you mean? Keep up, Naruhodo.
Well, does it not strike you? There is among the 4 who subsequently became a visiting student.
Wait, you mean...
But of course, a name you know only too well.
You mean Kazuma? Oh! He did say in court earlier today.
Yes, on 31st of October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk, in order to carry out a mission.
And the mission was.
The assassination of the Mark.
Young Mr. Asogi accepted that mission a year ago now.
Surely not.
In conclusion, this document is a contract of sorts. An international agreement, one might say, detailing an assassination exchange.
An assassin exchange? How could Kazuma possibly have gotten involved in something like that? You guys keeping up?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Let's assume that we have two parties, each wishing to dispose of a distinct individual. Those two parties then make a contract to swap their respective assassination targets. That would then be an assassin exchange.
So to begin with, the British assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Japan, where she kills her target. And then, the Japanese assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Britain in order to eliminate his target. It certainly does sound like an exchange.
Wait,
But
does that mean Kazuma's carrying out the family business? What if
Oh
his
my
dad was an
God.
assassination exchange?
Okay, it might be more than one assassination.
I mean, that was like the whole point of the professor was that he was a serial killer. So he was killing multiple people. He killed a lot of people. The professor.
Okay, but what if he was just good and he just killed all of his marks without anybody knowing until the very end?
I would say he probably wasn't very good considering he was caught and he had a whole like MO. You know.
I mean,
you mean?
as long as he did his job, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Oro.
What on earth is the point?
Don't forget, Naruhodo, that the British assassin at least escaped conviction. Thanks to the diplomatic immunity afforded by consular jurisdiction.
Oh, yes.
Such jurisdiction should be null and void under the terms of the new treaty between our two countries. The fact that it was brought into play suggests intervention at the very highest levels.
The highest levels.
So Strongheart and Judge Jigoku were both in on it together.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
now
getting.
Strongheart's the judge of this current. These murders were two sides of the same coin, linked not by a common motive, but by a contractual agreement.
If they start sending winks at each other, we know something's up.
As such, they appeared utterly unrelated, yet in truth, the assassins were complicit in one singular devilish scheme. That dissociation and the safeguarded diplomatic immunity were, I believe, the motivation behind this plot. But wait a minute, Sholmes. If this telegram really is describing the exchange of assassins as you're suggesting, it would mean that the Japanese killer target was never Seishiro Jigoku at all. It would mean Asogi's target was actually Inspector Gregson.
What? Kazuma was here for Gregson? So Judge Jigoku wasn't actually the mark. Yes, that's exactly what it would mean.
I hold myself personally responsible for failing to keep the inspector safe.
No.
Mr. Holmes.
I told him of my fears and implored him to seek a transfer to an overseas position. Obviously, with the young pickpocket in tow.
Oh, he was trying to save Gina too.
Yes, Gina. Come to think of it, Inspector Gregson did mention that to us at the Great Exhibition. That he'd be transferring to the Paris police and taking Gina with him. So why didn't he do it now?
But without informing me, he engaged in one last assignment, it seems. And sadly, It turned out to be his very last.
Okami. That is a 4, demon. Whatever you're thinking about doing, don't do it. Not worth it. Unconsiderable. This is too much to take in. Time for food!
Everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day. Isn't it, Hurley? I mean, look at the time.
Ah, quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow.
What preparations?
Well, I think I shall make my way back to my hotel room for now.
You're not staying in Holmes's bed?
I mean, will you make room for me? This has certainly been a night to remember.
It is a little bit sad, though. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy. Because then Susie would have been my big sister.
I'm sorry, Iris.
I'm sorry.
I'm not!
Damn.
I know, Iris. I was thinking quite the same thing.
Oh. You were?
But if someone like me would be worthy, I would be delighted to become your sister.
Iris is officially adopted by the Mikitoba and Sholmes family. What?
For real, for real.
Officially, Mikitoba and Sholmes are a thing. They're the parents.
Yeah. Migatoba and Sholmes are absolutely getting married together. I mean, his wife's
yeah.
already dead, so he doesn't have to worry about divorcing her.
Oh. Don't say that in front of Susato, please.
Susato is aware that she's dead.
No, I don't, but still.
Anyways,
What?
yeah, so they can,
Really?
so
Oh
they can
my
get
God.
married together, you know, and then they can be adopted siblings. There you go. Join the families. It's beautiful.
That's crazy. Welcome back, store. I love my gay.
gay interracial John Locke adaptation.
Real!
Holy shit, John Locke is real now.
I mean, you know, except that this isn't John H. Watson. But, you know,
In our hearts.
in our hearts. Anyways.
Do you need me to reread?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, without question. I pressed the wrong button anyways.
So, you'll teach me all the ways you know how to throw Bruno to the floor?
What gets me is after Kazuma died, Ryu puts him on this pedestal as this perfect person. Through this trial, he's faced with the reality that, like any human, Kazuma has flaws too. The writers cooked. It's
They really
actually
did.
like, it's especially the idea that Kazuma has always been this really like snarky and pretty much narcissistic person. He's relatively like cruel to other people, but because Ryu was never in line of sight of Kazuma's like annoyance and rage, Ryu never saw that, and he always saw Kazuma as doing what is just and right, when in reality Kazuma just does what is beneficial for him, you know?
Yeah.
And now we're seeing the brood of it because we're on the opposite end of what Kazuma's desires want, you know? Throw Rune on the floor. Yes, of course. It would be my pleasure. Yeah, pretty much Kazuma never changed. It's just that our perspective of him changed because he now is not happy with us. You didn't have to agree quite so readily to throw me against the freaking floor. God damn.
Oh, but wait a minute. If Susie's gonna be my big sister,
Oh god.
you can be my big brother if you want, Bruno.
Huh? I mean, yes, of course. If you'll have me, I'll gladly be your brother.
He's like, stick to the script.
Well done, Iris. We must always be mindful of feelings. I've raised you so well.
Oh my god.
They're so cute. I look forward to the ending of this when we are done with this game, because I want to show you guys the concept art. There is like a concept art, if I remember correctly, of Holmes taking care of Iris when like she's younger. I think so. I feel like it was that, and it's not fanfic or like fan art that I'm thinking about. I'm fairly certain there's concept art of that, but yes. They're so adorable. Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally. I know the one. Yes, Sun Shadow.
Right. Gotta work extra hard for tomorrow now because it's for my big brother and sister.
Ah, I love you, Iris.
Little baby.
What is all this talk about preparing for tomorrow, though? Preparing for what? Aren't we just having a normal trial? Sweats.
Are you a fucking idiot? You'll just have to wait and see. We're gonna blow up the entire courthouse in celebration.
Oh shit, we're not doing game 4. Or sorry, game 5.
Good luck in court tomorrow. I'm expecting a sterling performance.
I'll do my very best, of course. And that is the official end of investigations, actually. So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point, exposing new truths while posing new conundrums. That list of 4 names on the telegram in Judge Jikoku's office. And the extraordinary assassination plot in which my best friend had somehow become involved. I felt as though I had been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. But at the same time, I felt sure I would see the light again soon. Look at them!
The gang's all here.
Because I was lucky enough to have the most wonderful family in the world standing steadfastly behind me. Stop!
That's
Fuck.
so fucking cute.
You've got dad, you've got little sister and little sister.
Yeah. 2 dads and 2 little sisters.
Now this is the to be continued. For some reason, why the fuck do they separate these two to be continueds here? But whatever. Anyways, we got an hour to go get into this trial. Let's go.
Can I go get more Wawa?
Yeah, go get more Wawa.
Okay, unless if it's auto advancing.
No, it's not gonna auto advance.
Okay, I'll be back.
Where's Gina though? I mean, like in the family portrait, she's still grieving over her father figure.
Yeah, she just lost her own dad.
I don't think adding a new like dad into this is like the wisest idea regardless, right? But Gina needs time to grieve first. They just lost Gregson. Technically, isn't Kazuma also adopted by Mikotoba? Yes. But you know, Runo is a part of the family because he's married to Kazuma. That's why. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know.
Yeah.
He's in the family
he's
by
the
marriage.
brother-in-law.
Yeah, brother-in-law. Exactly. Exactly throughout the first trial, he was aiming at Ouchie, so Runo never noticed. And it was for Runo's benefit, so Runo thought it was just, like we all thought it was just overprotective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's his best friend.
Exactly. So it's like we thought, like everyone believes it's like, you know, he's so cool. He's literally like trying to protect us as his best friend. But then we realize he's just a selfish person. Like it is.
Van Zeeks is Holmes's ex-husband.
Oh yeah,
they had a messy divorce.
Yeah. Exactly. wait, hold on. Van Zeeks is Holmes. Wait, wouldn't it be like Holmes? Oh, okay, hold on. Wouldn't it be like Holmes and Mikotoba first got married, had Iris, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then because like long distance relationship wasn't cutting it, broke up. Then Holmes went and kind of like rebounded with Van Zeeks.
And it was
And then-
dirty, and it was messy, and it was toxic. And then
Yeah.
they broke it off, and you know, they're still on vaguely non-speaking terms.
Yeah. And then immediately after, it's like, oh, Migatoba's coming back, throws Van Zeeks out the window. No. You know what it is? Van Zeeks and like Hairbrain, right? Like it was literally like, oh, you know, Van Zeeks and Hairbrain, they were
my name.
Oh dear God. They were like separated for so long, and Holmes and Mikatoba was also separated for so long. It wasn't like an actual
the old spark.
It wasn't an actual relationship. It was kind of like it was a friends with benefits situation. They just needed time to get over their loved ones that are so far away, but then they couldn't. It was too much for them.
And now that we know that our own best friend / husband is a killer, a contracted killer, and now suddenly Van Zeeks is treating us so kindly and sweetly, we feel a little spark.
Exactly. Kazuma still cares about Ryu. That hasn't changed, but now Ryu is forced to see all the things Kazuma's been struggling with. He finally sees every aspect of Kazuma, including the darker parts. I fully believe Kazuma still cares about Ryu, because he wouldn't be he would talk way worse.
Oh yeah,
to
he'd be
Ryu.
talking absolute mad shit if he did not still care for Ryu.
Exactly. He has care for Ryu, but he's kind of also like, stop getting in my way. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He does not want Ryu to be in his way, but because he is in his way, to be fair also, he wants Ryu to see the truth. Kazuma wanted Ryu to be in the defense position because he wanted him to see the truth. But Kazuma believes he has the right of the truth, not Ryu, you know?
Mhm.
With this whole shenanigans. Anyways. But thank you, Merlin, by the way, for the lurk and the head pad. I appreciate it. And the care package as well. Thank you. Ma, thank you for the daily leave. Kazuma still considered him a friend. He has the revenge priority, though. Oh, yeah, exactly. He has revenge priority because of what happened with his family, his dad, etc. Like, absolutely. Kazuma absolutely would have. Exactly. Also, I firmly believe, mostly for ship reasons, that if Ryu had been declared guilty in 1-1, Kazuma would have killed everyone in that room. Also agree.
True.
Also agree. Men will literally prosecute who they think is their father's killer rather than go to therapy. Kazuma! Off topic, but I just went to change into my PJs and turned out I'm breaking out in hives?
Uh-oh.
Are you okay? Oh my God, Star!
Is it like contact dermatitis or something? Or are you like me and you're a girly girl and you are allergic to your own stress? And you break out in hives whenever you're stressed.
Please take it easy. Please take the medication or anything that you need to. I'm not sure how to handle hives. Is it like medication or like lotion or like something like that?
Benadryl?
Benadryl?
I know,
Please.
like, for my hives, it's like, since I'm like stressed and most of it's because of work or school, I can't necessarily take Benadryl because then it would inhibit my ability to work. But since it seems like Star is getting ready for EP times, Benadryl would be a good bet. But I know also usually I have a steroid cream I apply to mine. I think also cream like hydrocortisone should help as well, because I'll reduce the itchiness.
Mm. Can you imagine, by the way, real quick? This is like a really, like, somber note, right? All of like our family is here. We had one last kind of hurrah night before the horrors that are gonna happen, right? We're kind of like, yay,
God.
you know, like Naruhodo, Suzuto, Iris, Holmes, and Mikatoba. But Kazuma's by himself. And well, Van Dix is in prison. He can't really do anything about that. But like Kazuma, who could have been there with them, is literally by himself. And like he's kind of going through this whole mental turmoil, like with this situation, you know? And like that to me, it's like, Damn, that's so fucked. The idea that, like, you know, your best friend is by himself, alone, especially in a foreign country, and going through these struggles, but, like, you can't really be there for him because he's kind of, like, lashing out and not going to therapy properly. Pet, the poor baby. Anyways. I have some itch cream. Okay. I think it's because of allergies, hopefully, but I can itch a spot 3 times and I break out. Oh.
I mean, yeah, contact dermatitis is basically... Because I know that was one thing they thought I had when I was breaking out in hives. It's basically like you could use the wrong detergent and you break out in hives.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, hello, Pat. Welcome back. Thank you for that lurk. That's a 6, by the way. Nautilus, I would highly recommend anything and everything is just a no-go right now. Also, thank you for the lurkies, Remy. Thank you. Okay, anyways. 4th of November, 9:30 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. For what hopefully will be the very last time.
Before we begin today, I have a brief announcement. As with the closed trial 10 years ago, some astonishing facts have come to light in these proceedings. The revelation that the well-known Reaper is actually an organization illegally executing its own brand of justice. And the discovery that a respected yard inspector was at its heart until he himself perished in an assassination plot. Well, I say to all members of the judiciary here present on this occasion, that we will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing finds. Counsels, you will undertake this trial with the resolve to pursue the truth to the bitter end.
The bitter end. Resolve. Yes. That's my intention. He said the title of the game!
Oh my god. My lord, if I may inquire. The defendant may speak. On what grounds is Kazuma Asogi permitted to continue in his role as a prosecutor?
Vanzix is like, I want to get out of here.
He is admitted to colluding with the victim in a plot to assassinate an innocent man. He shouldn't be enjoying the privilege of freedom, let alone be leading the prosecution. I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, you got a point. I submitted a written petition to Lord Strongheart, requesting that judgment of my transgressions be delayed by 1 day. That's not fair. Oh.
To be fair, there is a slight point here, which is they can't swap prosecutors in this position when this is a closed trial. It's a closed trial, and also that they are in the middle of this essential trial. So it's harder to essentially do that and find another prosecutor who can be involved in this circumstance.
Yeah. I mean, Van Zeeks. Just saying.
Who is on trial right now still for technical murder. He hasn't been eliminated entirely, I think.
Man. In today's proceedings, I intend to expose everything. My whole life for the last 10 years has been leading up to this day.
Kazuma.
Whatever the outcome of this trial, I give my word that I will accept whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. And I suggest you prepare yourself for the same, Reaper.
It's curious not having a jury system for the finale? I mean, having Lord Strongheart as the entire jury is an insane finale. Kazuma is bristling with hostility today. If it was the regular judge, this would be worse. Worse for wear, you know? I get the distinct impression we're heading into a very dangerous territory. Is that really even Kazuma-sama standing before us? Yes.
As an extreme exception to normal practices, I've granted this prosecutor's request. The defense finds this acceptable, I presume?
Yes, my lord.
In that case, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed hearing of Barrack Van Zeeks.
The defense is ready, my lord.
The prosecution is more than ready.
For the next hour, at least.
Very well, then. This preamble has taken long enough. Professor Asogi. Prosecutor Asogi, sorry. Begin. It's so because they both start with the PRO.
I know, it is. It's so difficult.
It's like he was made for this job.
It also doesn't help that we were talking about the Professor Asogi, essentially, for a hot minute.
Professor. You mean?
Yes, from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
mean like how Kazuma was preparing for this exact moment for 10 years?
God damn it.
10 years?
10 years ago.
Read your lines, Oro.
Both y'all are like, shut up! As you wish, my lord. The prosecution calls the first witness to the stand.
Oh shit.
It's just strong.
I
won't
wish,
let
my
me-
lord.
It's just Strongheart being like,
about 10 years ago.
It's
the
like
case
Strong-
10 years ago about my father, the professor. I can't believe they won't let me ramble about it.
I'm just imagining Strongheart being like, shut up and get on with your lines, Kazuma.
He's like,
Read the damn
"Stop!
script."
I know what happened 10 years ago. Now get on with it. Bring Shishiro Jigoku into the courtroom.
How old was he? 13? 14. Yeah, 14, because he's of his age right now. He's like 24, yeah. At last, then, we've reached the final battle. Or is it? He's putting literally everything on the line now in order to get to the truth. And I must do the same, right? Come on, Ryu. It's time for that steadily resolve, because this is going to test it to the limit.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Oh, so it was you who issued this, wasn't it?
God, it feels so weird. Like, this is the first time we've had a judge in this position. Ugh, okay.
Damn. He looks so good in that suit still,
He
though.
Does.
They all look good in their new outfits.
To be like that one day.
You will.
Your subpoena. I did what was necessary.
Also, slight off-tangent note. You know what's so funny? My dad earlier today, he was talking to me about, like, jobs and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not me thinking about streaming, but, like, he was talking to me about jobs, and he's like, you should be a lawyer, and I'm like, sweats.
He's been
Oh,
arguing I am every Monday and Tuesday.
oh my god.
Whoa, look at what the young man has become. I didn't think I'd see the day when you'd take that tone with me, I must say.
The witness will ensure his responses are pertinent to the questions asked.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna say what immediately popped into my head.
My name is Shishiro Jikoku, a Supreme Court judge from the Empire of Japan. Since we're not allowed any fun here. 16 years ago, this man came to London as a visiting student. 6 years later, he returned to Japan. As well as presiding over the Supreme Court, he is also currently Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I am, of course, fully aware of Mr. Jigoku and his preeminent roles.
Okay, what do you want us to do? Stick to the script, not stick to the script?
I invited him personally to the International Forensic Science Symposium as a representative of his country.
I think this is more for the audience, like as in like
Yeah.
not us, literally the jury that is around.
Oh yeah, no, I
Here.
know, but the Strong Horse was like, I already know about this. It's like, what do you want me to do?
I read the damn line.
I also hear he played a key role in the conclusion of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
Oh, it was a great honor to be involved in the negotiations. I put my all into that treaty. If you know what I mean, wink wonk.
Judge Jigoku, I don't understand what you mean, but I must ask you.
Well, I never. Fancy the young murdering student turning up here of all places.
You acquitted me yourself. Anyways, now I'm a practicing defense lawyer.
Yes, and full of self-importance like your friend across the courtroom, I see.
You came here to London by invitation to the International Forensic Science Symposium. But then, without informing anyone of your plans, you took flight to France.
Took flight? I'd have to object with that turn of phrase.
You know exactly what I mean.
I, fell into my trunk, and then it was, locked, and I couldn't leave the ship.
Then explain yourself. What exactly were the circumstances?
I just said, I fell into my trunk, and then I couldn't get off the ship. Don't laugh at me, okay? I'm sensitive. Well, I was somewhat expecting this, and I'm sorry to say, I declined to comment. Man,
What?
leaving the country prematurely when I was an invited guest may be questionable etiquette. But my decision is unrelated to this case. I can't be bound to testify.
Bitch, yes the fuck you can. Unrelated, you say?
Thank you for the care package.
I appreciate that a respected police inspector has been killed, for which I offer my condolences.
Also, hi Ivy. Welcome in onto the Twitch side of things.
However, being an alien, I'd obviously never met the man, nor do I know the first thing about him. As such, I'm in no position to testify. It's as simple as that.
So you would run from all this?
I beg your pardon?
This case is more far-reaching than the murder of Inspector Gregson. It has ties to another murder, a case that was tried in Japan almost a year ago now. I'm waiting for Judge Jigoku to just say something like, a woman shouldn't even be in this court of law, and then like, you know,
Bro.
like I fully expect him to just
and then Susan
also
Toad's like, oh,
slam.
you son of a bitch.
Suzuto would absolutely be the one person to like try to jump from the fucking stand and be like, let me get in!
Yeah.
Let me get him!
Jump his ass.
Let me
Yes.
at him! It's like, whoa, Suzuto, chill.
Star,
Nah,
Please
she's
tell me-
allowed.
Star, please tell me you're joking.
Star.
Star.
No.
That's what this
Star.
whole case has been about.
Star, the last
Star.
two cases, last case and this case has been about this. Star, please. You haven't been gone for 4 weeks.
Star!
Star, we've been cracking jokes about it every single stream, Star.
No, Star, you've literally been here for the last month. How did you not notice the conversation? It's not even a spoiler anymore.
Oh,
Oh my god, I was continue.
Star, sweetie, bless your heart.
Bless your heart, Star. Pet.
A year ago in Japan, the murder of Dr. John H. Wilson, you mean?
It's her. She's a judicial assistant. It's her job. Then again, it's
Yeah. How could you forgore?
Pet Star. That's right. You and Judge Goku are at the heart of both cases. We kind of did put his like death off to the side for a second to deal with this whole situation.
I mean, yeah.
The defense has evidence to prove it.
Oh. Well, Ryunosuke, I see from the look in your eyes that you're resolved to carry this through the very end too.
He's in the fish and chips purgatory. At least he'll have infinite fish and chips once again.
Let's see your evidence then. What proof do you have that Seshiro Jigoku is involved in this case? Is that when we present the the list?
Yes.
I specifically said fish it out from under there.
I had crumble cookie on my phone.
Cookie.
They don't have good cookies this week. Makes me sad. Also, hey Oka, hope you're having a great day. Hope your stream is going well. I have to head off to bed because of work, so I'll leave a lurk. Thank you, Tin Man. Thank you for the lurkies.
What are the fish and chips not good enough for heaven?
Oh.
Listen, he has better fish and chips that are good enough for heaven. This is a Telegram detail.
He really cares where he goes as long as there's fish and chips.
Rail. This is a telegram detailing a communication sent between Britain and Japan approximately 1 year ago. The communication contained 4 names: K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J. Watson.
Hold it.
Oh, he's mad.
You little. Oh, there he goes. He's gonna break it again. Where did you get that?
I think every time I came in, it's never been mentioned he's dead. More likely, I wasn't paying attention. But in my defense, I focus on chat and y'all 3.
Fair enough. Have a nice day.
It's okay, little sis.
With all
Pat,
of
pat.
the homoerotic tension that I've been playing, it makes sense
yeah,
that we
like
just get
over the
distracted by
past 2
that.
days.
Yeah. It's just been me flirting with myself, so Star's been distracted.
In Tokyo, from your office, Judge Jigoku.
What? How on earth did you? What's this all about? Why is my name on that list?
Hasuma doesn't know. This list of 4 names follows a certain pattern. T. Gregson and J. Watson are the names of victims. K. Asogi and A. Shin are the names of assassins.
No.
Bang! A year ago in Tokyo, Dr. John H. Watson's life was taken in a Western-style restaurant in the capital. The culprit was found to be a visiting student who went by the name of Giselle Brett. But her real name was Asa Shin, a professional killer sent on a mission to kill from Great Britain. Bada bim bada bum.
Bada bim bada bum.
A. Shin and her victim, J. Watson. And then the murder that just took place here in London was the counterpart to that crime. An assassin sent from Japan, also a visiting student, Kazuma Asogi, whose victim was the British police inspector Tobias Gregson. K. Asogi and T. Gregson. One assassin from each country to kill a target residing in the other.
What exactly is the defense suggesting?
Okay, hold on. I don't actually know if this is true. I'm curious, though. Do you think that Watson was sent to Japan because of the possibility of this happening, thinking that, oh, they're going to just try and hide him in Japan, but then they didn't realize that that was the plan, that they were going to kill him in Japan? Or they were going to change the sequence to kill him in Japan?
Oh.
I actually don't remember. I don't think that's an actual, like, plot thread in the game, but I'm actually curious if that's the reason why he really got brought into Japan. You know, especially if
and it
Watson,
wasn't because he was so smart and that they wanted to invite him to the school to teach.
well, it probably is also that, but if like Mikatoba and Holmes have been in communication for years, it's possible that like if there was a thought process on that. No, I know. If there was a thought process on that, what if Holmes was like, hey, Mikatoba, invite Watson to go to Japan, you know?
Also, you know what I'm wondering? Why were they both detectives? Because Wilson was, I guess, not officially a detective, but he ran amok with Sholmes. And then there's, I mean, I guess it's also like they both knew about the Professor case 10 years ago. That could also be a link.
Did someone say Miku? No, Mikotoba.
Miku? Mikutoba?
We had completely different thoughts in our heads. Also, no, I understand, by the way. I know that he was just invited by Mikatoba and that's it. That's why I said I don't think it's actually mentioned in this game in any way. That's why I'm allowing myself to say it. I'm just curious if there is a like potential question mark plot thread of, is it possible that, you know, it could have been so far planned in advance to like have him in Japan, you know, for his protection. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, Watson was just a doctor, not a detective. Like he did the autopsy, remember? But he wasn't a detective. So anyways, say the line.
What exactly is the defense suggesting?
These two cases of murder, one that took place in Britain and one in Japan, were masterminded by a pair of individuals from each country as a form of assassin exchange. And the telegram the defense has acquired is proof of this international contract to kill.
What?
Was he like an army doctor? I mean, probably. The telegram was found in your office, Judge Jikoku. In other words, the mastermind in Japan was you!
Judge Jikoku, what is this all about?
And you, Kazuma, you lied. During yesterday's proceedings, you acknowledged that you'd accepted the assassination mission. But the mark wasn't Judge Jikoku at all. It was T. Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard. As shown by the name on the killing contract.
Very impressive, Ryunosuke. But actually, I didn't lie.
Huh?
The name of the target I was ordered to kill never passed my lips yesterday.
Are you kidding me?
The idea that Sashiro Jikoku was the mark came entirely from you.
Ah, shit. You deliberately avoided saying a name? I mean, that is smart.
Yeah, I mean, he's a prosecutor. He understands how the court of law works.
He's an official defense attorney. Now prosecutor, too.
The defense claims these four names indicate some sort of international assassin exchange. I'm sure I speak for all present when I say that the very idea seems utterly absurd. Well, Mr. Jigoku, what do you have to say for yourself? You really just gonna throw his ass under the bus like this, like you weren't a part of it, bitch?
Oh.
Drag his ass down too with you. Come on, Hell. Mr. Hell.
His silence only goes to prove his guilt. There's another very important point that this new development brings to light. There's now a distinct possibility that the scene of Inspector Gregson's actual murder was in the witness's cabin aboard the SS Grouse. I always forget how to say that name or that word. Judge Jigoku, you have to testify now. To refuse would put you in contempt of court. He's a judge. He knows what to do.
There's no need for quite such a vicious stare, young man. Very well, then. As a parting gift to you all, I'll tell you everything I know.
Dot.
It seems this Japanese gentleman has information that the court must hear. About the alleged assassin exchange and the events of the night of the 31st of October. Present your formal testimony now.
As you wish, my lord.
What is going on? The assassin exchange.
It is true that Kazuma Sogi was assigned to the assassination mission 1 year ago now. The target was Inspector T. Gregson. Oh, sorry, I didn't
finish the other.
Yeah, that's why I was like, so I pressed it, looked up, I'm like, wait, oral.
Wait. My bad. I had to pick up Remy.
You're all good.
The target was Inspector T. Gregson. That was a condition on the British study tour. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission.
Do people now still call judges or whatever the old dude is my lord?
Yeah.
I think it's region specific. So
because we say Your Honor in America.
Yeah. Because lords and ladies are actually against the Constitution in the US.
Because of the UK.
Yeah, fuck Britain.
Fuck Britain.
That's just what Sholmes is saying in the
stance. Yeah.
He's like, fuck Britain. They're like, sir? On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times. If there had been a shot fired, the crewman would have heard it. So I clearly can't be involved.
Brother, what?
The doy.
So you admit it then. As this communication suggests, there really was an assassination exchange arrangement between Britain and Japan.
A political endeavor at the highest levels, not something I can discuss here. Sir, this is a closed trial.
To use such a worthy practice as foreign study to coerce someone to commit murder. It's the most appalling thing I've ever heard.
Appalling? Well, it's easy to judge.
This is like one of his like most insane looks, honest to God. He looks terrifying here.
He does, yeah. I think it might be his eyeliner.
Oh, absolutely. It's the darkness that is surrounding like his T-zone and stuff. Pardon?
Asogi had a reason for taking his sword to that British inspector, you know.
What?
Which is why he accepted the mission in the first place. Isn't that right, Council?
Kazuma-sama. Judge Jigoku, if you are the mastermind behind this operation in Japan, then tell the court the identity of your counterpart in Britain.
I'm not obliged to divulge that information.
Why won't you say it?
As I said yesterday, I've killed nobody. I freely admit that I accepted the mission, but on the night the plan was to be executed, I backed out. In short, this assassination exchange and that the defense has identified is unrelated to the events in this case.
No, the fuck it ain't.
Do you fucking hear yourself right now? The crucial point is this. Your police inspector can't have perished aboard that steamship in Dunkirk. Yeah, the fuck he could. Because if he'd been shot in the cabin, it's inconceivable that a member of the crew wouldn't have heard it. That's right. Gregson was killed after returning to London, in the room on Fresno Street. And the perpetrator of that crime was the Reaper, Barack Van Zeeks. The prosecution's accusation remains unchanged.
To think that a seemingly innocent foreign exchange program was a facade for such Machiavellian dealings. Clearly, its plot only a government minister and high-ranking judge such as the witness could hope to execute.
Well, I seem to recall that it was someone on the British side who controlled everything.
So I really did call it when I said that I don't trust Strongheart.
Oh,
And that
absolutely.
I've been saying this shit since game 1, dude.
It is.
Be that as it may, it is not the place of this court to pursue this villainous assassin exchange plot.
The funny thing is, I also had the exact same feeling. From the start. I think I had this discussion with
His
Dusk.
vibes are just off.
Yeah. I think I had this conversation
His
with
vibes
Dusk,
are
I think,
rancid.
where literally I
His
was like,
vibes
what the
stinky.
fuck? I was literally just like, what the fuck is I fully was like, no, he's a villain. He's absolutely a villain. There's no shot. And I think me and Dusk got into an argument about it because he's like, I didn't think I got that vibes, and I'm like, no, I got that vibes from day one. I knew there was something wrong with this motherfucker. There's no shot this was gonna be a good deal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I thought he was Damon Gant's ancestor. That was the entire vibe that I got, and I hated it. I hated that bitch though too. So you know, his design just oozes evil behind the scenes. Yeah, I was like, his design is too good not to be a villain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why would he just be
He
a
has to
random
be
guy in the
important.
clock tower?
All right. So yeah, there's a lot, you know.
We are concerned only with the tangible events pertaining to the murder of Inspector Gregson. Is the defense clear on that point, counsel?
Yes, my lord. I'll keep that in mind as I cross-examine the witness. ADHD be hitting different right now. I fully have no clue who you're talking about. Oh, we were talking about the judge that is on, not here, the other judge.
The judge who's presiding over this
Shankar.
case.
His original name is Heart Vortex. It was chosen to feel intimidating. What was his fan translation name again, chat? What was his fan translation name again? The Assassination Exchange. Okay, this is really fucking easy, okay?
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, read this line real quick.
On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times.
I pressed the wrong thing. We didn't need to press. Ah! Okay, for sake of time, we're skipping this entirely, okay?
Okay.
We don't need to do this. We literally have the information.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
See, this would have been the entire next 20 minutes we had.
Blah, blah. Alright, good talk.
Yes. Tee-hee-hee. Oh yeah, we never read this actually, because we were skipping
we
through
did.
shit. Oh, we did?
I guess no. We saw it briefly, and I only saw 10 p.m. in 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was all we actually got. So, evacuation drill notice, 31st of October. Following the departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members are required to assemble on the main deck at 10 p.m. in order to review evaluation procedures. The drill will take 20 minutes. Crew to resume duties as soon as the drill is over. Yeah, there's no crew member at all times.
20-minute window.
Objection. Or excuse me, I don't remember what it was. Yes, as the court has heard, there was a crew member posted outside Judge Jikoku's cabin. However, we can be sure that, contrary to the witness's claim, the guard wasn't there at all times.
What?
I have here a notice of a particular event that was scheduled to take place aboard this steamship on the 31st.
What? Where'd you get that? When we
Wouldn't you like to
found
know
you?
whether no? Would you like to know weather boy?
Where are your parents?
It's evidence gathered by Mr. Herlock Holmes. You were acquainted yesterday, if you remember.
Herlock Sholmes again.
According to this iteration, after leaving the port of Dunkirk at exactly 10 p.m. and for a period of 20 minutes, all crew members of the SS Grouse were together on deck for an evacuation drill.
All crewmen were away from their posts.
And during that 20-minute interval, of course, any gunshots emanating from your cabin would have been heard by no one. In summary, Judge Jikoku, you had ample opportunity to commit the crime.
What?
Objection.
Objection. A 20-minute window of opportunity. That's an excellent find, Ryunosuke. But it amounts to nothing.
What the fuck you talking about? Yes, it does. 20 minutes to kill somebody with a gun?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the witness clearly stated in his testimony that no incident occurred in his cabin. Unless you have some decisive evidence that can show his testimony to be false.
Yeah, we can.
Your accusation is nothing more than conjecture.
Very true. Well, counsel?
Inspector Gregson was killed in Judge Jikoku's cabin that night. I'm certain of it. Because the defense has the evidence to prove it.
You will present the evidence for the defense at once, counsel. What proof do you have that the victim's life was taken in Jigoku's cabin on the 31st of October? Yeah, it's a small component.
Because we kind of don't have a picture of the bullet hole.
Yeah.
Take that! First time hearing Kazuma's objection in English dub. We swapped it to the English one when Kazuma was having his big revelation in, what was it, case 3?
I think the
Or
professor.
case 2? Yeah, with the whole professor situation.
Professor?
The professor?
Oh my
Is it
Judge
professor?
Jikoku. Oh my goodness. Judge Jikoku, this was found in your cabin yesterday.
What is that? The crown of a pocket watch.
Yeah, case 3.
Pocket watch.
And if you will observe, the victim's pocket watch, which we know he treasured, is missing precisely that part.
It can't be.
Moreover, this crown is a perfect fit on the spindle protruding from the victim's watch. Now, the fact that this was retrieved from Judge Jikoku's cabin tells us that the victim's watch almost certainly broke there. In other words, the victim was killed on the 31st during the 20-minute evacuation drill. In the cabin occupied by you, Judge Jikoku.
No.
Look at that face.
Well, you're razor sharp, aren't you, young murderer?
You acquitted
sorry.
me.
Objection.
Expertly maneuvered, Ryunosuke.
Star, I can explain it to you after stream if you want.
And your argument sounds entirely plausible. At first. But rather like this pocket watch, it's full of cracks.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, don't get fucking corny with us now.
What?
And I believe Judge Jikoku feels the same way.
That's leading the witness.
I was wrong to acquit you earlier in the year. Bro,
Sorry?
If I'd known it would result in anyone having to listen to this drivel, I would have declared you guilty just to spare the world your ridiculous bombast. In short terms, you're a fucking moron.
Damn. I think it's clear that the witness will have to give further testimony.
When you hear what actually happened in my cabin that night, you'll notice the pitfall into which you stumbled.
Prior to your renewed testimony, I would like to clarify one point. The fact that this part of the victim's watch was discovered in your cabin means that you acknowledge he was there, I presume.
Yes, I do.
Very well, then. You may proceed to give your formal testimony about what exactly happened in your cabin aboard the ship on the evening of the 31st of October.
Of course, as a man of law, I have no intention of obstructing justice.
Okay. Two things. One, for Sunshadow, I don't think Kazuma actually knows what he's doing. He's fully just talking out of his ass. Kazuma, at this point, he thought he had the upper hand with the knowledge he knew because of the fact that he was there on the quote-unquote crime scene, right? he fully believed that he was in the know, but now he's kind of lost and just trying to regain that kind of control because now he's realizing, shit, there's a lot more that I didn't even know, and now Runo has this information, and that's a big what the fuck, you know? It's like, hello? So now he's kind of trying to keep his confidence, but he is struggling, and you can see that struggle. Absolutely. He's spiraling big time. Exactly. Knowing Kazuma's true mission now, it makes him defending Ryu in 1-1 mean even more. He wasn't just risking studying abroad. It was his one chance to know the truth about his father he was so desperate to go to Britain for. The one thing he's willing to put his revenge aside for is Ryu. Yeah, because he was willing to give up going to Britain entirely if it wasn't with his best friend. And he was willing to also talk to us about the truth of the matter and like what his actual mission is, except he quote unquote died before he was able to talk about it. So it's interesting too. The second thing I was going to say is, I think this is gonna have to be where we call it, because this next part we're gonna end up being here for like probably 20 to 30 minutes for like the sections. I don't want us to kind of like finish presenting and like talking about this and then we're not gonna remember what the fuck happened, right?
Yeah.
At least the first part of this trial is kind of like rememberable for next week, but if we continue, we proceed onwards, we're not gonna remember shit. So
fair enough.
But based off of my understanding of how far we're getting into this case, right? And based off of the track we're having, I think if we do keep to having the 3 days next week, so Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, right? We will finish this game by Tuesday or before Tuesday.
I believe.
Okay.
I genuinely believe, and I think that will be our best bet to be able to actually get all of this done and out with. And then we can switch our Monday, Tuesdays to be Ace Attorney Investigations.
Yeah. We
So
can have it all wrapped up before TwitchCon.
Yeah, we'll have a fun time with that. So my headcanon is that Ryu Kazuma fully just expected to die after finding the truth. Ryu gave him a reason to live beyond that goal. Yeah, so we are going to continue this next week because we're going to be playing investigations for the rest of the week and then some other stuff as well. But we will continue this portion and finish this game next week. Okay?
Yeah.
It'll be better for us to end it here so we don't go, what the fuck did he say last week? Or, yeah, pretty much. We have a better understanding of all this shit because we're going to have a lot of pressing and a lot of arguing to do here.
Yeah.
So, pat. Good luck. Good luck. If you guys know, smile.
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 Cause
you know what they say about smiling.
You know.
You're never fully dressed without a smile.
True. But yeah, if you know, you know. So I hope you guys enjoy what happens next week. Oh god, next week's gonna be a roller coaster of fucking emotions. It's gonna be fun. Star, sad, I don't know.
The same Star.
Same.
Pat. I really want us to continue this, but I don't think we should continue this for the next 40 minutes. I don't think you guys want to end on this note, so I'd rather we end on here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That does.
My memory's already bad enough. I don't need to be thrown back into this and be like, what happened?
Yeah. This will be better for the sake of your guys' memories and not traumatizing you guys. So we're not even gonna
to deal with that until the next week.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna leave it. You're gonna start on trauma next week. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
Do it? Yeah. No. Well, we're gonna start on trauma next week. Don't worry. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the stream more or less. How do you guys feel after we got at this point now?
Smiling through the tears.
Smiling through the tears.
We're just
I have no idea. Trauma center.
Trauma center.
Sun Shadow just doing the happy dancing is so funny to me because honest to God, me too. I'm just waiting for certain moments to happen in this damn game because I really want to just see our reactions. Me and Sun Shadow is just handshaking, going, can't wait for the trauma. Literally bouncing off the walls. Dude, I'm so excited that we're gonna be finishing this game next week. But yeah, no, like, fuck, we're at the crux of everything. We know what the problem is. We know who we need to throw into jail. We just need to figure out how. Because even if Judge Jikoku says, yeah, no, it's him, right? How the hell are we gonna get the current proceeding judge to be in this situation, or like to be thrown into jail? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot.
So yeah, there's a lot of things around this that is going to be very interesting.
How is he gonna fucking declare guilty on his own self? He literally just say, nah, not guilty?
Yeah, it's like,
I plead the fifth. Oh, I'm also the judge of this case. Dismissed.
Yeah, and like,
yeah,
dismiss. This is also a private court. Dismiss. Pet. You know. Like, yeah, so I cannot wait for you guys to go through this. It'll be very fun. We are going to be doing 3 back-to-back days of the Great Ace Attorney, just to ensure that we will finish it, because I can't really use Wednesday as the day for us to, like, continue, especially for the sake of indie stream. But yeah, we're gonna do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If we're perfect on everything and we don't ramble a lot, we will probably finish it by Monday. But I don't think so, so we're finishing it on Tuesday.
We always ramble.
We always ramble. And plus, either way, even then, I want us to have a little bit of time for us to talk about the entire game. Pretty much. So, realistically, we actually will end up finishing this on Tuesday. So, yes, this series is coming to a close next week. Fuck. Holy shit. That's crazy.
It's so crazy to think about.
I know, we started this the first year of our VTubing career. And then we restarted this last year. Wait, what? Holy shit! Wait,
insane.
when did we do this? Yeah, no. We started game 1 before. We started game 1 before my 2.0 debut. It's been a full year since we started game 1, and then we started game 2 again a couple months ago. God, it's actually been a year. It has actually been now a year since we started game 1 again, or restarted game 1 again.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. My brain no wanna work like that.
It went
no, thank you.
kablooey.
Hashtag 4 more years. I mean 4 more years to get through all of the Ace Attorney games? Yeah, probably with the way we go at this pace. So we'll see how well that goes. Hi, Void. And also thank you, Star, for the social checks. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if you've seen this post yet or not, but I'm gonna share it. It's Kurt. I almost sent it. Oops. I almost sent it to somebody else. That would have been awkward.
Oh my god. I have to send that to Harper.
So the quote retweet.
Oh my god, yeah.
Says, accidentally said Jesus the Christ today like he's fucking Sonic. Somebody drew
it's a the that really helps.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, Jesus the Christ.
Yeah, I sent that to Harper. Harper's gonna like that.
So fucking funny. Meanwhile, this is me.
Oh, baby.
I keep getting cat posts on my Twitter, and I'm just so happy.
Welcome to the cat side of
like,
TikTok.
Yes.
I follow like 20 different cat accounts on Twitter, so I can always find cat pictures. It's great.
Yes, I love it. I love it. But yeah, we're gonna play Ace Attorney Investigations tomorrow, as long as everything goes according to plan. So we will be doing that. That'll be fun. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, we'll play Ace Attorney Investigations for what, the next 2 days? Most likely, as long as things don't go poorly. You know what I'm realizing though? We might just finish the second case. So if we finish the second case tomorrow, I don't know if we can, but if we finish the second case tomorrow, we might just not play Ace Attorney Investigations on Thursday. Because the thing is that I don't want to start on case 3 and then we're
Like
not
a
playing the
whole
game
week
for
of
2.
not doing anything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll just see about trying to finish case 2 this week, and then we'll start on case 3 for Ace Attorney or AAI 1 not next week, the week after. So yeah, we'll see how well that goes. We'll see how well that
Good
goes.
progress.
Good progress. We're getting really good with the progress, so yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If any of you guys would love to stay for the raid, I would be more than happy for you guys to be here. I'm gonna raid out immediately because my throat's killing me. Unfortunately, I cannot do it just chatting because I am going to be coughing my lungs out the entire time.
Hitting them with the.
Hit him with that. I'm dying. So I appreciate you guys immensely, but we have a person who I absolutely want to raid into because they are having their birth debut today. So yes, it is T who is having her birth debut, and her model is gorgeous. It has been a year in the making for real, and it is so pretty. It's so pretty, and we love T in this household. So go
Wait,
give
I
T
have
lots
an
of love.
amazing raid message for T.
Eyes.
Hope you're having an amazing birthday party.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Wait. I gotta write that down. Hold on. What the fuck did you say at the start?
Hold
My
on,
brain
I'm
turned off.
I'm typing it out and I'm finding some cute Oka emojis.
Hell yeah. Hope
There
you're
you go.
having an amazing party. Hope you're having an amazing birthday party. Yes.
I forgot the birthday.
It's okay.
You don't need a birthday to have a party.
Well,
Happy
but
birthday.
it is her birthday, so
It's her
birthday
birthday and her
And
debut.
we're just gonna. Oh, I
What?
exceeded the character limit. Uh-oh.
I just realized. Why is this like
Get rid of that Oka and that Oka, that Oka. Get rid of this message.
the copy like the copy went hella weird for a second on my end.
there we go.
There we go. Alrighty, chat. Is this on YouTube as well? Unfortunately, T does not stream on YouTube. One day I will get her to stream on YouTube, but that is not today. But if you guys want to go give a little bit of love, I will be linking T's stream actually right here. So if you guys want to go give them a little bit of love, we are going to be rating on over to T. Go give her lots of love and appreciation. We love T in this household. She's so sweet, so kind. We love her. Her model's gorgeous. She is wonderful, and yeah, I love her. So yeah, go give lots of love and appreciation. Okay, thank you guys so much for the support, the kindness, the consideration for me. You guys have been absolutely wonderful and oh look, there's T at the very bottom right over there. Look over there. But yes, go give them lots of love and appreciation. They're so they're so adorable and everybody. Yes. But yeah, we're gonna be giving this raid message, etc. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys see what's more in store for the end of the Great Ace Attorney next week. Yes, and also yes, the honorary name for Pat, of course. But yes, we'll be streaming again tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST as long as things do not destroy themselves. And we'll be continuing on with Ace Attorney Investigations. So I hope to see you guys then. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.